Hello all, my name is Shan Singh and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is the ongoing machine learning playlist lecture, and in this particular session we will understand what is a machine learning. So first we will understand what exactly is machine learning. Then we will try to understand the daily life example or a day-to-day example of machine learning, and then we will understand from the real world perspective what exactly is a machine learning. So let's understand what machine learning actually is from a layman point of view. So let me write down a very simple definition. See, machine learning, it is basically about learning from data in simple words. That's what the machine learning is. So all it means is that more data you will give to your machine learning algorithm, better it will learn, right? So all it means is that over here, the data we have, it actually works as a fuel for the machine learning, and this machine learning is actually a engine, right? Okay, this is interesting. See, let's say the moment you show various pictures of cats and dogs to the child, then over a period of time he is able to differentiate between dogs and cats. This is a simple example of the machine learning, right? Okay, let's talk about a day-to-day example, okay, or a daily life example, right? A daily life example. So imagine I have searched running shoes on, let's say, some e-commerce platform. It could be some Amazon, right? It could be Flipkart, Myntra. It could be any e-commerce platform, right? So as soon as I will do a simple query on this platform, they will recommend us the more shoes. Along with, they can also recommend us some workout gears, right? Because under the hood, a machine learning algorithm that these platforms have implemented, they have learned that I am pretty much interested in fitness related items, right? That's why these platforms keep on suggesting these items. Okay, let's talk about one more instance, let's say a social media feed or a social media post. So all these social media, they have actually uses machine learning algorithm to understand what type of content you basically engage with based on what you like, what you share, right, on what type of post you basically comment. And based on all the data they have, they will try to prioritize the similar content based on the friends you have, right, or based on the followers or the connections you have or some other sources you have. That's what these platforms basically do, which are the social media platforms. Okay, let's talk about some of the important points for machine learning. See, in machine learning, math is actually an engine. Mathematics works as an engine for machine learning, and data works as a fuel, right? See, we know that mathematics, in short, mathematics is primarily about these domains. It's about statistics, it's about a probability, it's about a calculus, it's about a linear algebra, right? It's about a vector and 3D, right? Primarily, these are the fundamental areas of mathematics, and machine learning heavily rely on mathematics. See, you do not need to be expert in mathematics in order to understand the machine learning algorithm, right? See, think of like this. If you have to drive a car, you do not need to know what the engine actually is, right? Okay, so this sounds interesting. See, machine learning, if you want to think machine learning as a black box, you can say that as soon as we have some kind of input, and if I will pass it to the machine learning, right, it could be an algorithm, we will end up having some data. Let's consider a simple example. Let's say a Google Map instance, right, a Google Map scenario. So in Google Map, what we often do is we will give an input, right? Let's say I'm going to enter some destination of any particular city. So what machine learning will do internally is it will look into the traffic data, right? A live traffic data, and it will look into the past traffic data internally, and it will try to understand various patterns, and then it will return you the fastest route, right, along with the estimated arrival time. That's what the machine learning algorithm behind the Google map will do. Let's talk with respect to a real world example. Let's say a airline use case where we have couple of interested features as source, destination, duration of the flight, total stop taken by flight, and then a price paid by the user in order to book a seat in a flight. Let's say between Mumbai to Delhi, this is a duration and the flight is non-stop, and this is a price paid by the user, right? Similarly, we have a couple of more entries, right, like this one. So imagine we have, let's say, roughly around some 1 million rows or observations or instances. And so as soon as I will feed this data or send this data to my machine learning algorithm, it will learn some kind of patterns from the data we have, or you can say some kind of mathematical equation from the data we have. So imagine the algorithm has learned some kind of equation that, okay, if you want to compute price, you can use a simple mathematical equation as 2000 times of duration plus 1500 times of total stop. Let's say some features, let's say 0.5 times of total distance between source and destination, right? Okay, so let's say this is a mathematical equation, and if I will ask you, hey, if the source is, let's say, Mumbai and the destination is Dubai, let's say the flight will take roughly around 3 hours, and imagine if it is a non-stop flight and the distance is roughly around 2000, can you tell me what could be the estimated price? Can you tell me that? So all I will do is I will just put all the entries, 2000 into 3 because duration is 3 hours, 1500 into 0 because it's a non-stop flight, and since the total distance is 1000, so all I will end up getting roughly around 7000 Indian currency, right? So what it means is that if I will send this particular query, right, which is 3, 0, 2000, and if I will send this query to my machine learning algorithm or a model which have this equation, right, 2000 x1 plus 1500 x2 plus 0.5 times of x3. So all we will end up getting is a specific value which is 7000, because here the query is 3, 2, 0, 2000, and that's how machine learning basically works. So that's a basic idea about what the machine learning actually is. For those of you who have any kind of doubt, please do let us know via comment section. Thank you, take care, and bye bye.